They never animated this long. He is hurt bad, bad, bad. Give the Duns cap of the episode to Højbjerg. We might have to offer 203 million, but what happened? The stakes have been raised. It is now season 3 and the board want literally everything from us. Welcome back to Tottenham Career Mode Season 3, Episode 1. And like I said before, the board want literally everything from us. Last I checked, that's not where the board is. That's where the board is. Brand exposure. Sign some 3 players. I have some ideas, and you guys are going to either like them or go, that's too much! But we're going to see what we can do with those. Domestic success. Premier League, win the title. FA Cup, win the title. Europa League, win the title. We're gonna have to lose our bottling mentality in a hurry. Hopefully we can, and hopefully we make this a successful last season of Tottenham Career Mode. Yes, this is gonna be the last one because I am itching and we're gonna go for our next idea, which is gonna be a Road to Glory series. Yay! I'm excited for that one, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We do have this last season to play at Tottenham. Thank you so much for watching so far. If you like what you've been seeing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when I upload new episodes of this. And also, please make sure you leave likes and comments. YouTube just loves when people give lives? They probably want their lives too, but they love when they give likes and comments, so make sure you're doing that. Let's get this episode going. Let's get this series on the map and let us go. So one of the things we left as a cliffhanger at the end of the last episode is who actually is going to be in the Prem with us this season. We had West Brom and Leeds that were the automatic promotion. There they are, and you scroll a little farther down. Congratulations, Sheffield United. They won the playoffs and they became the 3rd team back into the Prem. So this actually looks a lot like the original Premier League, which is kind of not too bad. Not too bad. So we are excited to get to play those 3 teams, and I'm actually really excited. The Derby's not in here anymore. Screw you, Derby. Another thing that I wanted to show everybody is off screen, I did go ahead and do some moving around on some of my lineups that I have going on. We have 4 different team sheets that we'll be playing with. We'll have the normal one that we've been playing with pretty much the entirety of last season, our 4-1-2-1-2. I also wanted to give myself the option in case we are running into kind of a brick wall, like in the middle of somebody's defense, if they were too crowded in the middle and we needed to spread them out like we did against Manchester City last season. So I did leave myself the option to go wide, and I also did that for another reason, which I will show you once we get to the transfer hub. But don't go away yet. I wanted to show you that when we get there. And then additionally, we have a couple of different rotation sides, such as this one, and then we have a prospect side in case we're playing, like, say, League 2 side in the FA Cup, or if we just want to give them a chance just because we're playing like a friendly or something. So those are going to be my team sheets, and that's going to be the way the squad pretty much lines up. Let's go to the transfer hub, and I can show you what's going on. So now we're in the transfer hub where we have a few options of some people I'm wanting to bring into the club. Some low options, like some prospect type options, and some, as you can no doubt have already seen, some massive ideas. At cornerback, cornerback? What kind of football am I playing? At center back, my bad. We are looking at bringing in Dale Upamecano. I had taken him off my short list last season, but I didn't realize that he had sprint speed that rivaled Heung-min's son. So that might be helpful for some of those super pacey strikers that the Premier League is known for, and some of the other guys that will be playing in Europa this season. So he's back on the short list. I have Sandro Tonali as a potential backup, and in the future, even though I won't be playing it on screen, in the future he'll be a great option to eventually take over for Højbjerg and Zakaria at defensive mid. Also, I brought in Claudio, we'll call him Mourinho. We have Mourinho's in here as a CDM prospect. I suspect he might be somebody's regen, I'm unsure, but those physical stats are why I'm looking at him. The agility and pretty much everything else would be amazing as a potential CDM or maybe a box-to-box midfielder. Technicals are going to need some work, but once those come up with his technicals, he'll be a monster player. We'll skip that one. Carlos Urania, we have him as a potential, another regen that I'm not sure who it is. I got Husejnovic? Not sure how to say it. We'll call him Husey. We have Husey as a possible prospect striker, even though we probably don't really need one. But he was on the list, and I was like, why not? Our second possible option, since we are wanting to maybe go wider at times this season, I do have Diogo Jota, an 83 rated left wing and striker. He also plays center mid, so if we needed some depth, like, you know, Delhi is still hurt and gonna be hurt for the next 5 months or so, we do need some depth at center mid there, so that might be an option. And the pièce de résistance that I have actually been avoiding telling you is this little English prospect named Jadon Sancho. 91 rated with all the skill moves you could possibly want. He is pretty much the sole reason why I'm trying to go wide at different parts of the season this year. He can play at cam, so he'd be a good option behind Son and Bergwijn, or he may be there while Son and Bergwijn are playing out wide, or he may be wide while Son and Bergwijn are in the middle. I haven't decided yet. He gives me a potential lot of options. The only problem, that he would take away my entire transfer budget. I'll go back and show you that real quick. What the office gave me. Go back to my transfer budget over here. We have a transfer budget of 163 million pounds, which is a healthy chunk, but we would potentially need every single pound of that to sign Jadon Sancho. And seeing as this is the last season, YOLO, why not? I kind of really want to bring him in. And if I brought him in, I would be more than happy, call it a successful window, and we would just we would just try to outscore everybody instead of, you know, trying to have a decent defense in the back, which we still have, but we don't have much depth back there. Anyway, that's kind of my game plan for transfers so far. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully we bring in Jadon Sancho, because that would actually be pretty cool in my opinion. An email did just come in from Valencia. They are wanting to sign Giovanni Lo Celso off of us and take him back to La Liga for a fee of 106 million pounds. That's not bad. And if we did that, you see some other options I rejected off screen. That's good for sure. He is 87 rated, so he's more than decent. And that would possibly, I don't know. That would possibly help us fund our other transfers we're wanting to bring in, because I know I said just Jadon Sancho would be enough, but if I got Sancho and Upamecano in here, that would be mwah. Brilliant! I'm not terribly interested in selling him. I'm going to delegate this one out. If Valencia, you heard it here, if Valencia give me 150 million pounds, you can see there on the green text that his market value could be nearly 155. If they give me 150 million pounds, they can have him. So we're going to delegate this one out. Yeah, we'll start the offer at actually 160 million pounds. And do not sell him for less than 150. If they come to an agreement, then for that kind of money, I may be compelled to send him back to Valencia. That may be a poor move, just because I may need the depth once we get into Europa and we start potentially playing on 4 different fronts. But I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit, because I want Sancho, and now I really want Upamecano. I wanted to show you guys the calendar, what we got coming up. I did go ahead and push past the friendlies just because they're friendlies, and it would have just been more of me talking, which I know everybody loves. But yeah, I can get kind of boring. Sorry, I can. It's okay. We had the Americans Friendly Cup against mostly MLS teams. Actually, we drew all the games. I did start like the prospect team a lot of times that I was showing you before, but we didn't make it past the group stage there, which is fine by me because we have more business to take care of. I just wanted to show you that. And what we got going on game-wise is just to get you guys some game footage. I'm going to end the episode by playing Aston Villa away, and then in episode 2 we'll play these 3 games. Somewhere in here we're going to probably end up finding out who we're grouped up with in Europa, which would be great, and we can get a more firm grasp of our schedule. So we had another few emails come in, including one I forgot to show you before, but I'll show you now. Paris SG, also known as PSG, are wanting to send us Mauro Icardi and 30 million for Sergio Reguilon. It is a little intriguing. That's an 85 rated striker to play behind Harry Kane. No. No. They're still working on their transfer bid there. Dortmund are coming in for Steven Bergwijn. They are... Hold on. Are they only offering... Hold on. I want to see this. Expressed an interest in signing Steven Bergwijn for 65 million pounds. That's insulting. Let's see. He's worth 108 million. I could get nearly 200 million for him, and they're offering me 65. No, you could take that bid and put it back where it came from, or so help me. No, that's not even enough to sneeze at. Sorry, that's not gonna happen. But it does give me pause. I want to look at something. Is he coming off of contract? I know Heung-min's son is. Bergwijn is. Oh, he's still got 3 years left. So Dortmund was just being a poot. No, you can't have them for 65 million pounds. Are you crazy? Come on, let's be smart here. Although, well, since I am in here, I did see something else that I am wanting to rectify. Heung-min's son is on his last year of his contract. Actually, does it really matter? Do any of these really matter since I'm only playing the 1 more year of this? Nah, I don't think it does. Unless he starts being unhappy because of his contract, then we'll fix it then. We did have a couple of scouting reports come in on some of the free agent possible regions that we had seen on our short list. We got Carlos Urania, who's 67 rated, and Huse, who is 65 rated. Unfortunately, for what we're doing, neither one of those are going to be enough to make our squad. So it's been fun, but we won't be doing that, unfortunately. We do also have Marinos, who's 64 rated. That's still an amazing set of physical stats. He's still not going to be enough for us with what we're doing this season. Sorry, bud. It was a good idea, but we won't be doing anything with those 3. So we are at August now. We're at the final week of prep before we get to our first game against Aston Villa. One thing I wanted to do before we get too much further is we want to look at our youth academy. We do have some good prospects. I took a couple others out off screen. We do have some good prospects. We got Lucas Weiser, who's an Austrian center mid or CDM. One of the things the board want us to do is give some of our youth players a chance, play them in like 1 out of every 3 games or so. We had been, shall we say, neglecting that, but in order to make the board like us even more, it'd be kind of cool to get our board rating all the way up to, 95 plus, or maybe even get it perfect. So what we'll do is anybody that's 16 or older, I'm going to add them to the senior team, and we're going to try to, on top of winning everything, what we're going to try to do is actually do what the board asked and develop some of our youth squad. So I went ahead and brought all 3 of those guys on. There were a couple other things I didn't show you off screen just because it was super repetitive, but I had some other offers for players and they weren't as bad as the Bergwijn offer, but they were pretty low. Speaking of offers, Milan want to sign Joe Rodon to a loan deal with an option to buy. That would actually not be too bad. He's 72 rated. At 24, I don't know, he's not going to get super, super high rated, unfortunately, so I am actually perfectly happy with doing a loan with an option to buy. So do that there, and we can delegate that out just because. I would rather do delegations for like super high profile players. I'm going to go forward to the training day, and we'll see what happens there. Union want to sign Edson Andrade for a fee of 2.5 million. Now that goes in with some of the financial stuff that the board want us to do, where they want us to make like, I think, 10 million pounds off of youth prospects, and Andrade did start as a youth prospect, so I'm more than happy to accept that offer and start getting my way towards that goal as well, with the idea of getting the manager rating as high as possible. It looks like, is that Champions League? Champions League has been drawn, but maybe since we're saying Champions League stuff, maybe that gives us knowledge that we have our matches as done as well. I'm not seeing them yet, so it doesn't look like there's been any drawing for who we're playing in the Europa League. Before we go ahead to the game against Aston Villa, I think now's going to be the time for us to do that crazy transfer we were talking about, and we're going to try to bring in Jadon Sancho. We might have to offer 203 million, but what happened? Hold on. I want to see what his like little profile thing looks like. Hold on a second. Did they just redo his contract and that's why? He was at like a year left on his deal, I thought, and that's why we brought him in. Let me check that out real quick. Weekly wage of 140. That's kind of hard to tell. Win may not be able to do that now unless we did something crazy like send back like Bergwijn or Lo Celso or something. Now I'm kind of upset we didn't do that Lo Celso deal like we had been planning on. That's a bummer. That's kind of sad. I wanted to bring him on. I know for a fact that I don't have enough if they're saying I may have to offer up to 200 million pounds. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Delegate to buy. I don't think I could do that. I know for a fact we can't do that. Not at that price. How crazy do we want to get? We're gonna try something. It's a little cray-cray, but we're gonna try something. I'm going to approach to buy, and we're gonna see if they are interested in Giovanni Lo Celso. The team for Valencia, I believe it was. Valencia was interested in signing him for like £100+ million. So that might be our ticket. We can send him the other direction and then offer a transfer fee of £100 million. That's 185 to start off. What say you guys to that? Are you interested in Giovanni Lo Celso at all? They're not interested in any players at all in return. They want 241. Nah, that's not gonna. No, we're not gonna be able to bring on Sancho, unfortunately. That's a bummer. That's kind of a big bummer. That would have been fun to bring him on. Oh, man. Oh well, I got a little too carried away trying to move stuff forward, and I wasn't able to sign him like I wanted. So we'll keep him on the list in case something happens differently. But yeah, I don't believe we're going to be bringing on Jadon Sancho. So we'll have to look at some other options to bring on. Tonali would still be a good option to bolster our defensive mid options in the middle. We do also have Upamecano, who would be a good depth option at center back for us as well. I'm going to leave that alone. We're going to see what offers come in, if anything comes in before the Aston Villa match. I'm going to go head forward to that. Andrade is sold, which is good for me. That gives me £2.5 million towards that goal. Barcelona are coming in for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg for £40 million. We did reject a deal from Leicester City earlier where they were sending back £26 million and a Yossi Perez. Højbjerg's been too good for us. I don't think I can justify doing that, not at that price. Sorry, Barcelona, you can't have him. Speaking of Højbjerg, he wants to play against Aston Villa. I'll think about it. I think that's a fine idea for him to play there. Our managerial rating is down to 75. I want to see what's going on with that. We have at least 2 players. That's fine. We do need to sign 3 players from Europe. That's fine. From youth player sales within 3 seasons. That's weird because he was a youth player. Oh well, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a think. We don't have any other transfer stuff going on. To get you guys some gameplay, let's go play Aston Villa, and let's start off this season well with 3 points. Another reminder, please subscribe and hit the bell if you're liking this episode. Make sure you're also hitting likes and comments so the YouTube algorithm grabs this a little bit more than it already is and puts this episode in front of more people. All that being said, let's go play Aston Villa. So the lineup for Aston Villa, they have Emiliano Martinez at the back with Matty Cash, Ingles, Duarte, and Target as their back 4. The middle 3 is Lopez, Dorado, and McGinn with a front 3 of Ollie Watkins, Grealish, and Bertrand Traore. Grealish may actually be another option for us to pick up as a winger, or yeah, obviously as a winger, or maybe even a cam option. That'd be kind of cool to bring him in. I'd like to bring in some English talent because that seems like something Spurs would definitely do. Yeah, in real life. Our lineup is pretty familiar. We have Strakosha as our new goalkeeper with Pereira, Skriniar, Militao, and Reguilon. Normal. We have Højbjerg as our holding mid with Ndombele and Lo Celso. We also have Steven Bergwijn in the middle with Heung-min Son and Harry Kane up top. Not much change. I did bring on some youth talent, so we got Pinto, Weiser, and Albie Partridge on the bench ready to go, and that should help with what the board want us to do with our youth development this year. But our first priority is to get the 3 points. Let's go, shall we say, score some goals. Hopefully we play a little bit more like we did against Man City than we did against Chelsea at the end of the year. Come on, you Spurs. This quest for at least 3 trophies starts now. Free kick to Villa after a foul in the middle of the pitch. Højbjerg wins that. He did end up winning that, and Højbjerg's actually on the floor, hurt. Very hurt. They stopped the play for me and everything. Ooh, that's not good for me. That may force my hand with some of the transfer stuff, depending on how badly he's hurt. They never animated this long. He is hurt bad. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're going to have to take him off now. Poor guy. That's not good for him. I am going to bring Zakaria off, or Do I dare do it? No. We're points first. We're going for points first, and then we'll look at bringing on the talent. We have Zakaria we're going to be bringing on instead of Højbjerg. Hopefully he doesn't feel too bad. Hopefully he's not hurt too bad. He might be hurt pretty bad. I saw his ankle go like this. Ugh. Villa are doing pretty well. A little overcommitment on my part there. I see the wing play, but I'm going to avoid it. Militao has been great so far. 16 minutes in, still 0-0, and we are hoping to change that in a hurry. Kane has it. We're going to pass back to Bergwijn, and how familiar does this look? Settle on the ball, and that should be 1-0. Boom. Doesn't matter if it's Season 2 or Season 3. We are deadly off the off the counter and pretty much off of any other thing. Our fast gameplay opened up a gaping hole in the Aston Villa defense, and just lickety-split, ease as you like. No goalkeeper is going to be keeping that out of there, especially not the Aston Villa one. 1-0 to us, and aside from the injury to Højbjerg, that's a great start to the season. And Villa are working it around me a little bit, and they have it down to Traore at the bottom of my screen, and we might be in trouble. Watkins goes centrally. His shot looks like it was off of, it was off of Skriniar and goes out for a corner for us. I'm not sure who's taking that, but he does take it long. Traore takes it really long, and Skriniar clears that back out, but only as far as Traore. We're still in some trouble if we're not careful here. Lopez goes back out to Traore. I'm trying to cover with Lo Celso, and that's not really what he does, but he's the best we got right now. And Grealish passes back out to McGinn, and they're not pushing me too hard. I mean, as soon as I say that, I leave Grealish tons of space in the middle there. But Skriniar bests him. We're still putting some pressure on. Reguilon goes inside to Kane, and Kane leaves a spot, but that still leaves a bunch of space in the middle for Son, and again, we almost got it through, but Domingos for Aston Villa blocks our shot and puts it out for another throw.
Zakaria really sitting deep now. That could be problematic. Harry Kane.
Nice turn by Kane there, and nearly gets it around Ingles. Ricardo Pereira is trying to keep up with Grealish. He does well there, but doesn't keep up with the pass. Skriniar cuts off the pass, otherwise we would have been equalized at 1-1. Zakaria gets tackled, but he wins the ball back. And are we forward enough? We are, but that's going to be offside, and the end of the match. End of the half. My bad. As soon as they take this free kick here, that'll be the end of the match for us. Let's just get that out of here. Or not. Okay, back on our defending, and now it's the end of the half. 1-0, mostly good. Not super great. We could do better. Hopefully we get another goal so we can bring out some of that youth talent. Yeah, right off a kickoff. I'm trying to purposely be a little bit more patient and see what the defense will actually give me. As I get this cross in, great interception by Domingo in the middle, and Villa try to go way wide. Strakosha comes out to get it, and we are back on the ball.
Some transfer news you want to hear all about. Carvajal has completed his
Danny Carvajal is officially over at Arsenal, so that's going to be something we need to look at as I get this shot from Son, and he curved it beautifully in the upper left corner. I was trying to talk about a transfer, and while I was at it, we got the second goal from Heung-min Son. I want to see that again. Bergwijn gets in space in the middle of the box over there. Oh, that is a peach and a half, Son. Take a bow, sir. From the top of the box, he curves it around both the defender and puts it in a spot where their goalkeeper couldn't touch it. That's 2-0 to us, and that's a great start to the season. All right, so with us being ahead 2 goals, I want to take this chance to bring on some of the youth talent like I've mentioned before. So what we'll do is we'll bring on Weiss around for Lo Celso as a box-to-box kind of holding center mid. I'm going to bring Pinto on for... we'll bring him on for Bergwijn. We'll bring him back as a cam. Yeah, and we'll put Son a little bit farther forward. Actually, no, we won't. We'll leave him in there at a center forward position. That'll be my 2 guys that are youth prospects, and that'll help the board like us a little bit more. While I have a chance, I want to let everybody know that I'll actually do 2. Yeah, I'll actually do 2 matches. It'll be this match and the next one, which I believe is against Brighton. I'm going to try to cut this back. A great tackle by believe that was Ingles for Aston Villa. Kane couldn't quite get through. Cash has the ball now. They're going to hoop it forward. I saw that coming. Their quality and through ball hasn't quite been there. I'm just going to try to get that back to my goalkeeper, which we did. Yeah, their quality and their passing forward hasn't been there, so we've actually gotten a lot of possession off some of their through balls. Speaking of a through ball, I got Kane pushing forward. I'm going to try to go in. I almost cut in. He's going to tackle a little bit too strongly there, and Traore has it out of his right wing position. A couple minutes left in the match. We had the ball come off a Skriniar, and he sent it out for a throw. Thankfully, he didn't send it out for a throw there, and that's probably going to be Aston Villa's last possession of the match. Pinto gets forward. It'd be nice to get Pinto a goal. He doesn't have the skill move to get around the man, but he did earn a free kick for his team, so GG's to him. We got 1 minute left in injury time. I would love a third goal here. We'll see if we can get it. Yeah, they're targeting Kane too much because he's just too good. That's going to be the end of the match, and a great start to the season. 2-0 Spurs away at Aston Villa, and I've said it all this whole match. Great start. I could not be happier. Yes! Let's go back to the transfer window, and let's get ready for the next match. So we come out of that match with a bit of a confusing email from Højbjerg. He's telling us he's disappointed that we left him out, but bro, dude, we left you in. Give the Duns cap of the episode to Højbjerg because we put you in and then you went and got yourself hurt. In fact, if we go back here, I have another email from you that says you're hurt. You're hurt. You dislocated your shoulder. He's got to be out for 2 months. Calm down, Pierre. Oh, this game makes me laugh sometimes. Milan have accepted our terms for Joe Rodon for a loan to buy deal. I'm going to accept that. We'll see if Rodon wants to head over there, and we're going to say sayonara to Joe Rodon. We're going to get rid of this email that is clear evidence that we did not leave Højbjerg out. Keep working on your game and keep working on your shoulder since it's dislocated now. I want to do another quick review of the calendar and show you guys. We'll be finishing up the episode. Apologies for misspeaking earlier. We'll be finishing up the episode against Brighton. That way you can get a little bit more gameplay along with the transfer window stuff. And next episode we'll be playing both Southampton and Leicester to try to get some gameplay in amongst more of the transfer stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We'll advance forward to get through this training. I'll need to sort this out before the next episode. Rodon loan rejected. That's not something you want to see. Have to let you know that discussions around Joe Rodon's possible loan move to Milan have broken down. As a result, they're pulling out the negotiations. Oh well, I guess Rodon's gonna be staying with us. Sporting wants to sign Adam Armstrong for £15.3 million. Yes, I would love that. I'm going to go ahead and negotiate that real quick, see if we can get him a little bit closer to 18 or 19. That'd be great. Since we're in this little fancy hotel loft kind of thing, I'm glad that I wore the correct outfit, sir, wearing your not so nice looking tracksuit. Okay, fine. They want to offer 15.3. I would prefer if they gave us a little bit closer to 19.5. So we'll submit that back to them, and we'll see if they're willing to play ball with us. If they're willing to play ball at £19.5 million. We may be sending Adam Armstrong over to Portugal. I'm not sure how he's going to like that, especially since he just kind of since he just came to us from Madrid. I think Madrid had him before we did. Again, EA realism. Come on, guys, come on. We'll advance forward a little bit more. We'll see what kind of emails pop in. Last, I think that's Lille? Yeah, that's Lille. They want to sign Joe Rodon to a loan, and I'm willing to accept that. We'll advance forward a little bit. My manager rating's going down. The rating may get a little bit worse before it gets better because they have a high priority on literally everything. But chin up. We're going to see if we can get some other stuff taken care of. If anything else happens, I'll let you know, but I'm going to fix my team sheet with Højbjerg. If nothing happens, I am going to go straight to that game against Brighton. Let's head over to Tottenham Stadium. Brighton's lineup against us is going to be Matthew Ryan at the back with a back five of Lamptey, Basham, Gomez, Veltman, and Wilson Manafa. Their holding mids will be Karim Demirbay and Serdar with Alzate in the middle. Their strike partnership will be Villa and Cutrone down the middle. You have Adam Lallana still on the bench with some other people I am unsure of. This should be another win. We should be getting 6 points from both games. Hopefully we can. Let's get this started, and let's keep that. Let's get that new. Free kick to Brighton after Zakaria fouled, forget his name already, but they're going along with it. Avila kicks the ball back to Serdar, and we are under pressure right from the start. We're over on the right wing again. Lamptey has it. He's actually good. He's actually a good player, and if I wasn't looking at such high-profile players already, Lamptey might be a good signing. Catroni has it. He runs into a brick wall known as 90-ray screening arm. Ricardo tackles the man. I held my breath for a second because I thought that was a penalty for sure. It was not, and I feel like we got away with one there. Ndombele gets through, and that should be a great block by Veltman. The back five's already giving me trouble. Manafa has it, but Bergwijn kicks it out for a throw-in for Brighton. This game isn't starting like I would have wanted. Demirbay has it. They do shoot, but Strakosha dives and saves well for me, thankfully. I'm going to try to get that pass in there, and Bergwijn's going to be in the clear. Should I sweat it over? Yeah, I think I will. Boop! Son, go straight down the middle. Go celebrate with your fans, sir. That was a little cheeky on my part, but Son does score with the empty goal in front of him. I'll take that sitting down, almost as much as we had him sitting down trying to get to that pass. There's a bit of a risky tackle by Brighton there. There's a risky pass back inside for me because I took an extra touch from Bergwijn, and I nearly overplayed my hand quite a bit. Thankfully we didn't, and Son puts it right down the middle for a 1-0 lead for Spurs. And Brighton are slowly trying to break me down over here. I'm waiting for the work from him, and we nearly lost a shot at our near post again. Strakosha didn't, thankfully, because he's not Lloris. Oh, we nearly got that pass over to Kane for a quick second goal. But it was intercepted well by Brighton. Brighton are coming back on us. Great play switch over there. I didn't see that coming at all. Manafa has it, and Ricardo's trying to keep up with them. He does well, and Militao almost clears up it, not quite. We've got to get that off of Zerdar and Zakaria. It does well to do so. We're trying to counter here. Ndombele has some space. I'm going to see if I can run into it. We'll get forward to Kane. Have to hold up my run a little bit. Son gets forward to Bergwijn. And the back five of Brighton get the ball away from me. 1-0 near the end of the first half. We are looking in control? Question mark? Brighton are at the edge of my box there, and Strakosha with a great save. Had a couple of moments where I should have had it cleared, and I did clear it, but only so far as like the next guy in the back. Strakosha has the great reaction to save at the near post, but we do give up the corner to Brighton. They're going to kick it in, and Son intercepts the ball, and we're going to see if we can just hoop this forward in the half, and that should be a 1-0 for us. Good half. Good end of the half. Let's keep it going. Like earlier in this match specifically, I did feel like I was opened up a little bit more than I wanted to be. Speaking of opened up more than I wanted to be, there's Lo Celso going to try to curve that around. Amazing header stop by there. I have to tip my hat off because that was a great save from them. And then we have another great save by Ryan with Kane trying to curve that into the corner. Zoom in on that happened earlier because that was a great diving header save by their defender with a goal with a shot that should have been 2-0 to us. They're coming back on us quick down the other direction though. Lamptey has it and he slows his run down. Reguilon's draped all over him like a curtain. We do get it away from Catroni there, thankfully, and we might be able to counter here. Long highlight, but you never know. Sometimes it works that way. Bergwijn has it. Is there a way I can kind of bridge around him? There is, and I tried to, and on that attempt, they give me a penalty. Whoo! I'll take that. Try to put a little skill move, a little something to get around Veltman, Veltman there, and he held us up rather illegally. Get our penalty merchant in. Hopefully this will see us ahead 2-0. We're going to go in the upper corner over here, and Kane doesn't miss those too terribly often. Take a bow, sir. Harry Kane's first goal this season off a penalty, and I can hear you guys typing. That's what he always does. I'll take it though. 2-0 to us, and I am comfortable right now. Oh, what a penalty! You see the speed on that? Okay, calm down. I'll take it. 2-0. So after the goal that saw us go up by 2, we did bring on a double substitution. Gareth Bale is playing in that wing now because we've gone back out to a 4-3-3. I see the run by Bale over there. I'm going to try to take it. Can I get in around him? We're going to try to cut it in. The other sub that I brought in is Cesar Lobo over at left wing. So again, we're giving the youth a chance. We're going to see what they can do for us and if they were worth their weight in gold like they looked on paper. We do get the ball back to Zachary. Is that going to be us offside? Yeah, that's offside. Awareness, Bale. Come on, man. In the middle of the pitch, Avila has it. He's pushing forward, trying to get past Militao. I'm trying not to foul him. I think I did a little bit. Oh, that's probably a bit of overcommitment on my part, and Strakosha saves my bacon. After this goal kick here for our last substitution, we brought on... Oh, gosh, I had to get it away from him for a second. We brought on Vranks over Zakaria. I'm waiting on the run by Kane there. He's being covered well by... He was covered well by their center back, and we nearly got it to him for a third goal anyway. It's easy save for Rank, so we didn't really get much on that pass now that I think about it, or on that shot, rather. Lo Celso hasn't passed his forward to Vranks, tried to thread the nail between Lallana and the other center mid, but that did not work well for me. Lamptey has it, and can I get it away from him for a third goal, or are we going to be capped at 2 goals again? Veltman has it. Demirbay passes back to him. We have 2 minutes left in injury time out of a possible 3. It's going to be, yeah, this is going to be the last play of the match, so don't ruin my clean sheet. Militao sends it out for a corner kick and nearly ruined my clean sheet there. Demirbay takes it quickly, and Lobo actually sends that back out for another corner for Brighton. GG's to Lobo for doing well on the defensive front. He has another chance there and gets it out and cleared, and that's going to be the end of the game again. 2-0 over Brighton, our first home match of the season. And we do score, so that fulfills what the board wanted for us there. I'll take that, just like I'll take the 2-0 match before. This, with 6 points out of a possible 6 to start off the season, sees us well on our way to possibly winning our first Premier League title in 51 years. So after 2 wins in our first 2 matches, we are officially top of the league with a mere 36 games left to play. It's a start, and that's all I can ask for at this point. Joe Rodon rejected another move. It's appearing he doesn't want to go anywhere except play for us. I respect that. I'm okay with that, Joe Rodon. You can do whatever you like, and I will be happy with it. We're going to do some quick training and move forward in the timeline before we get to this match against Southampton for the next episode. Not much is going on. Let me look at the transfer hub before we do anything else too terribly crazy. I may go ahead and bring on... Is this still 203? Ah, man, that's sad. I'm going to take him off the short list. Bye, Sancho. I'm going to do 2 things, though. I am going to bring... I'm going to look to bring Tonali in before he gets too terribly expensive. So I do have the money for him, and I'm needing to splash some cash to bring some depth in. So I'm going to be bringing on Sandro Tonali, and because that's not something that every other career mode YouTuber does. And I'm also going to be bringing on Upamecano because, again, no other YouTuber has ever thought to bring on Upamecano, and I can train him to have a higher defensive work rate, which is what I'll do. So I'm going to start off actually with Tonali since Højbjerg's out for the next couple of months. We're going to approach to buy, and we're going to see what they're willing to, how much they're willing to bargain with us. Again, thank you for wearing a tracksuit to a fancy hotel like this. We're going to offer just a straight-up transfer fee. I'm going to offer $60 million, and we're going to see if they're willing to play at that number. So we'll submit that. Offer $60 million straight up. They want $53 million and Dele Alli. No. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me, guys. No. That's not going to be happening at all. I need Dele. Dele's great. This isn't real life, so he's still good. We're going to propose a new fee. They obviously aren't going to do that, so let's go up to $70 million, and we'll see if they're willing to play there. I don't want to be doing any swapping of players. They do want to do a transfer sum of $73 million and 10% sell-on clause. I'm not going to let that go for £3.5 million. Welcome, potentially, to the squad, Sandro Tonali? Maybe? Yeah, we're going to negotiate this out and see what kind of wages he's going to come in on. Oh, good. Now we're at a different fancy restaurant. Hello, Sandro Tonali. I'm gonna see if he'll take a rotation role with us. Yeah, he's gonna rotate with us. I am settled with that. That's amazing. He wants a 5-year contract. You can have the 5-year contract, even though this whole world's gonna go away in like a season. We're gonna disregard the release clause. He only wants £68,000, and for 15 appearances, he wants a $1 million transfer fee. Rather high signing bonus, but YOLO, it's the last season. Welcome, Sandro Tonali, to our CDM ranks, and I could not be happier with that signing. That's going to be great. It's going to give us great depth for when we're playing against Europe, too. Let's go get him a squad number. Right after I sign Dayot Upamecano, let's approach to buy him. Might have to offer 61 to 64 million pounds. That's fine with me. Welcome, sir. We'll be bringing him on. Let's do this quick. Offer a transfer fee. Let's just go straight up evaluation. Plus 300,000. Plus $1 million. Will you take 62 million for him? Bingo! That's some quick transfer work done. Let's go get him signed to a contract real quick. This turned out really well for us after all. Back in my office here, he wants to have a rotation role. You can have that rotation role, sir. We'll accept that. We are suddenly getting some depth in this squad. Plus, taking a player away from Liverpool is never a bad thing. Give him a 5-year deal. Will you take the 5-year deal? Boom, he'll take the 5-year deal. I'll like that. No release clause. I'm happy with the lack of a release clause. He wants a massive pay cut. Welcome to the squad, Upamecano. That is us with 2 massive signings. They are not, to repeat, they are not starters, but they are massive depth signings that will amazingly help out the squad. I could not be happier with that. And that's going to be a great way to end the episode, I believe. Let's take Kabak out. I'm going to then put Upamecano in there. And for now, let's take out Skip and put in Sandro Tonali. That's going to be all of our work that we do in this episode. There might be a little bit more in the next one. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your face and your watch time, but more likely your face. If you do like this episode, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that bell so you can see more episodes, and it'll be great. Make sure you're also liking and commenting so YouTube feeds this video and this entire series to more people across YouTube, because I think they deserve to see it. Thank you so much again. I love you all. Mwah. And I love your faces. Have a good night, good day, good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this, and we will see you next time.